All right, so let's look at exponents. So the first thing is looking at the rules of exponents. Let's do some random questions. So question one, I got a to the power of 4 times b to the power of 4 times a to the power of negative 3 times b to the power of negative 2 times a to the power of a half times b to the power of a half. So the first thing we have to remember here is, firstly, when we multiply, we add the powers, but we can only multiply the bases if they're the same. So we would take 4, 3, and a half, and we'd add it up. And so we'd have a to the power of 4 minus 3 plus a half times b to the power of 4 minus 2 plus a half. And now if I bring that all together, 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 plus half is 1 and a half, which I can write as 3 over 2. And this one is b to the power of 2 plus a half, which is 2 and a half. And so this one here will come to a to the power of 3 over 2 times b to the power of 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2. All right, so just bring it, we can also write it in third form if we need to. All right, so quite a random question just to show you how we would multiply it. When we divide, we subtract. So let's say I got a to the 5 times b to the 5 times c to the 3 times d to the negative a half divided by a to the negative 4, b to the 2, c to the 8, and d to the negative 1 over 4. When we divide, we take the top power and we subtract the bottom power. So we're going to end up with a to the power of 5 minus 4, which will become plus. It then disappears from the denominator into the numerator, so we can put it over 1, or we can just leave it like that. The next one, 5 minus 2. Take the top power, subtract the bottom power. And then the next one, 3 minus 8. And then d to the power of negative a half minus negative a quarter. It's a bit tricky with that one. Now, from here, I got a to the power of 5 plus 4 is 9. B to the power of 3. C to the power of negative 5. D to the power of, now this is the same as negative a quarter. Well, actually, this is the same as negative 2 out of 4. And that would be plus 1 out of 4, because together that will become a plus. And so negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. And so that'll be d to the negative 1 over 4. Now, we don't like negative powers in our final answer. We like to make it positive. So we're going to keep these two with positive powers, 9 and 3, at the top. A to the power of 9 times b to the power of 3. All divided by c to the power of 5 times d to the power of a quarter. All right, let me bring it all. It's quite a weird question, but we just want to identify how to divide different forms. Okay. All right. Let's go to question number 3 now. Question number 3, I've got a to the power of negative 3, b to the power of a half over c to the power of a quarter, all to the power of negative 2. So from here, they're all different. So I can't simplify it, I can't multiply them, I can't divide anything. The only thing I can do is take this power and multiply it on the inside by each of these. So I'd multiply it by each of these, and I'm just multiplying it by the power, timesing, not adding, timesing. So that'll become a to the power of negative 3 times negative 2 times b to the power of a half times negative 2, over c to the power of a quarter times negative 2. And so that becomes a to the power of 6, b to the power of negative 1 over c to the power of negative a half. Now that's negative 2 over 4. And negative 2 over 4 becomes negative a half when you simplify it. We do not like negative powers in our final answer. I'm going to bring the b down. It's going to become positive, and I'm going to take the c up. I'm going to leave the a there. It's already positive. C to the power of half over b to the power of 1, and it's done. And that's the final answer there. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. Question number 4. Now what I want to do is introduce the concept of a root. Let's suppose I have the fifth root of a to the power of 4, b to the power of 8, c to the power of 9. Random. Whenever you have the root, whatever number you have in front, you can rewrite it as 1 over that number. In other words, that's 1 over 5. Now we do the same thing. We take 1 over 5 and we multiply it. 1 over 5 and we multiply it. 1 over 5 and we multiply it. And so that'll become a to the power of 4 over 5 times b to the power of 8 over 5, c to the power of 9 over 5, and it all divides by 5. And then we're done. Everything is in the positive. We can't simplify anything else, so we can stop the final answer there for that. All right, these are weird random questions, but just highlighting